You know, we throw the word gratitude around a lot. It's that warm feeling you get when someone does something nice, or that sense of thanks for a beautiful day. But we usually think of it as, well, just a feeling that comes and goes. Today, we're going to dig into the science that shows it is so much more than that. And this isn't some new age idea. I mean, for thousands of years, thinkers like the Roman statesman Cicero have been telling us that gratitude is a huge deal. They saw it as like the bedrock of a good life, the foundation for everything else. But what if Cicero was onto something even bigger, something happening on a biological level? Because it turns out all that ancient wisdom is now being backed up by some really fascinating modern science. We're about to look at how this one simple emotion can literally reshape your mind, boost your health, and even transform your relationships. So why should we care about this beyond just, being polite? Well, the research points to a whole laundry list of very real, very tangible benefits. This isn't just about feeling good for a moment. It's about being well in pretty much every sense of the word. And I mean, just look at this list. It's pretty incredible. Study after study shows that people who practice gratitude are just plain happier and more satisfied with their lives. They actually sleep better, feel less tired, and report fewer physical aches and pains. It strengthens our relationships, helps us bounce back from tough times, and can even make us less focused on wanting stuff. It's a heck of a package deal. Okay, so if we want to get all these amazing benefits, we first have to understand what we're really talking about. What even is gratitude from a scientific point of view? Well, it's not just a fuzzy feeling. It's a specific process that happens in our minds. Two leading researchers in this field, Ammons and McCullough, they basically boiled it down to this really elegant two-step definition. First, you just have to recognize that something good has happened to you. And second, you recognize that the source of that good thing came from outside of yourself. It could be another person, it could be nature, whatever it is. It's not just you. Now, this is a really important distinction. Gratitude is not the same thing as feeling indebted to someone. See, gratitude is that warm, positive feeling that actually makes you want to connect more with the person who helped you. Indebtedness, on the other hand, well, that's that slightly uncomfortable, now I owe them one feeling. One builds a relationship, the other just feels like you need to settle a score. Big difference. So where does this powerful emotion even come from? Is it something we just learn? Well, not really. It turns out the roots of gratitude go way back, deep into our evolutionary history, our biology, and even how we grow up. Okay, let's look at the origin story. From an evolutionary perspective, scientists think gratitude helped our ancestors survive. It was the engine for what they call reciprocal altruism. You know, that I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine instinct? It helped us form alliances and cooperate. Then there's our biology. We can literally see gratitude light up certain parts of our brain, and it's even linked to our genes. And finally, it's something we grow into. A kid's sense of gratitude is way different and simpler than an adult's. So when you're feeling thankful, brain scans show a burst of activity right here in the medial prefrontal cortex. Now, what's so cool about this area is that it's a hub for all sorts of things, like feeling rewarded, social connection, and understanding where other people are coming from. This tells us that, at its core, gratitude is a deeply social and rewarding experience for our brains. And this image just captures that feeling perfectly, right? Experiencing gratitude literally activates the same reward pathways that light up when we experience other amazing positive things. Our brain essentially says, hey, this feels good, let's do this again. It's a naturally reinforcing cycle. And if that's not wild enough, get this. Your general tendency to be a grateful person might be partly written in your DNA. Seriously. Twin studies have found a clear genetic link. Specifically, tiny variations in genes that are tied to things like oxytocin, that's the love hormone, and dopamine, the reward chemical, are linked to people who report feeling more grateful in their lives. Okay, so we've covered what it is, why it's so good for us, and where it comes from. Now for the most important part. How do we actually get more of it in our lives? Let's get practical and talk about how to put all this amazing science into action. One of the simplest and most studied ways to do this is gratitude journaling. There was this landmark study back in 2003 where all people had to do was write down a few things they were grateful for each week, and the results were just staggering. After only 10 weeks, they were more optimistic, they were actually exercising more, and they had fewer physical problems than the other groups in the study. So how can you start? Honestly, it could not be easier. First, just get a notebook and dedicate it to this. That simple act makes it feel more like a real practice. Then, just a couple times a week, write down maybe 3 to 5 things. But here's the key. Get specific. Don't just write my family. Write, I'm grateful my sister sent me a funny text today. And then just try to keep it up. Consistency is where the magic really happens. And hey, if you ever get stuck or feel like you're writing the same things over and over, try prompts like these to go a little deeper. Think about a specific thing someone did for you, or something new you learned. You can even tune into your senses. What sight or sound made you feel good today? This really helps you start noticing all the little bits of good that are already all around you. All right, so journaling is amazing, but if you want to level up, if you really want to amplify the benefits, you add one more thing, a behavioral component. You have to turn those grateful thoughts into actual actions. It's all about closing the loop. So look through your journal and just pick one person. Then send them a message, a text, an email, whatever. Just be specific about what you're thanking them for. And then, and this is important, take a second to notice how you feel after sending it. This simple act is a massive mood booster for you and for them, and it makes your relationship stronger. And that brings us to what might be the most important function of gratitude of all. Beyond just making us feel good individually, it serves this incredibly powerful social purpose. There's a reason scientists call it social glue. I love this theory from a researcher named Sarah Algo. She calls it the find, remind, and bind theory. It's so simple. The idea is that gratitude helps us find good, supportive people. It reminds us how valuable the people we already have in our lives are. And by making us express our thanks, it binds us closer together. It's like a toolkit for building a great social life. And you can see here, this isn't just a nice idea. The data backs it up completely. When we express gratitude in our relationships, it boosts what's called communal strength, that feeling that you're on the same team, that you're looking out for each other. It also strengthens how invested you feel in that relationship. Basically, saying thank you is a scientifically proven way to say, hey, you matter to me and we're in this together. So as we wrap all this up, after seeing how gratitude can literally change our brains, improve our health, and strengthen our bonds, it all really boils down to this one very simple, very powerful question. Who in your life could you thank today?